For the victory lap, though. Whoa, whoa. They ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I stress overcome. What for?
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, whatever time you're listening. This is the Traw Archie show. I'm your host, Traw, and I'm here with my co-host, Archie.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing?
What up, brother? How you doing today?
I'm doing fucking good today. I'm just feeling it.
Bro, I am just like tweaked the fuck out today. I haven't even had a pre-workout. The only thing I've had is this rain. I haven't even eaten all my calories. Like I'm a little bit behind right now on calories. Maybe that's why I'm feeling it.
I've had a couple bowls of oats and a fuck ton of caffeine. I have...
Bro, you left your coffee this morning. You didn't even drink it.
I know. I realized when I left, I'm like, oh, I left my brand new coffee on the Keurig.
Oh, yeah. Well, welcome to everyone who's joining us back. And if there's any new listeners, welcome to the show. This is a show where we're going to have a little bit of locker room talk. There's going to be some crude jokes, a little bit of fucked up humor. We're going to talk about all things fitness. We dive into a little bit of mindset. We talk about what the things me and Alexi have been through in our life. It's a little bit of everything of what you're going to get.
To dive into Traw and Archie.
Yeah.
And everything we enjoy.
100%. Speaking of Archie, some things have changed in your life in the past couple weeks.
2021 is full of surprises, and yeah.
Yeah, you're really on a roll, man. You got a lot going on that's brand new. You got a new girlfriend. That in itself is a lot.
That is a journey in itself.
What else is new? Well, last time we were making fun of you for being a PE teacher, but it sounds like you're not going to be one anymore.
Well, correct.
What'd you do?
We made fun of me for being a PE teacher because of my degree.
Mm-hmm.
That is no longer the case because I decided I'm not pursuing college, and it was not for me.
So you're a dropout.
Correct. It took 4 years to get a 2-year associate's degree, so I am a college grad. Wink.
With an associate's degree.
Yeah.
Okay.
A degree is a degree, brother. But
so what you're saying is that you quit school.
yes,
All right.
I'm out, unenrolled, and it feels good to say that. To all you college people, you totally understand what we're talking about.
Yeah. You know, I was in the same spot as you. Well, I've been in the same spot. I just graduated, right? Difference between you and I, and I'll have to phrase this in a way that makes sense. It's a good thing I didn't quit, because the amount of anxiety and stress and disappointment that would have brought in myself, I wouldn't have been able to make it through. Now, I'm going to hit that with an asterisk, though, because you're not quitting because it's hard. See, I wanted to quit because it was hard and I was bored with it. That's not why you quit. You quit because you have other things you want to pursue. It's not like you quit and you're going to sit on the couch and play video games and eat potato chips all day now.
Exactly. I had a plan. I have a vision for the future. So that played a huge part in my decision to quit going to school. My degree I was in pretty much was pursuing the fitness education, and I probably would have ended up being a strength and conditioning coach at the end of the day in 2 or 3 years when I finish.
Yeah, but can't you just go get a certification and go train people?
Exactly. Like I've already bought the NASM course and done all the required material. I just have to take an exam, state proctored exam, and boom, I can go hire on at any gym starting at $20 an hour.
Yeah.
Doing something I want, training people, not coaching high schoolers.
See, this is the fucked up part about college. Now, I will agree that college teaches you a lot. My degree is in sales, and I started in sales way before I ever went to college for sales. I was a halfway decent salesperson. I would say that throughout my college career pursuing the sales degree, I became a way better salesperson, but I don't necessarily attribute it to the material. I attribute it to I had really, really good professors who had real world experience. Like one of my professors had built a multi-million-dollar company, exited it, and then decided to become a professor and teach other people how to do sales. See, in most degrees, especially business degrees, what you have is you have these professors who learned from another professor about business, who that professor learned from another professor about business. How in the fuck does that make any sense? You're telling me that for the past 3 professors, you've all taught each other, but none of you have ever actually owned a business. So all you're doing is talking about this in theory. You don't actually have any experience in this, right?
Exactly. And to add on to that, my biggest gripe with my degree was I was being taught about exercise science on how to train someone properly and different workouts, everything about fitness from people that weren't exactly in the best physical shape. And I had a hard time watching a Zoom video from someone that didn't look like they applied those skills.
Dude, that's exactly my point here. Why the fuck would you go to the gym and get trained by somebody who's not in shape?
Exactly. And I already learned everything they were teaching me through NASM, which is a separate course I bought. And then I would get on schoolwork and they would go over the same things, but their appearance wasn't there. I'm like, do you actually know what you're doing, or you just read from a textbook?
That's my biggest gripe too, man, is I had professors who in my sales, like now I know I said I had really good professors. I also had some shitty professors who all they'd ever done is been in education, and they're trying to teach me about how to close deals, about how to build relationships, and about how ultimately, because I had business classes, about how to run a business. Dude, how am I supposed to take you seriously when you'd want to talk to me about running a business, but you've never done it before? You want to talk to me about how to be successful in life, but you're wearing clothes from Kmart and driving a hunk of shit when you leave from here.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm saying that in a sense of we're specifically talking about financial success here and how sales is the pathway to that, yet nothing about your life resembles that, right? And that's where I have this hard thing with college, because I do really think that it's good for a lot of people. I do really think that you can gain a lot of valuable things from college. I think it helps people to grow up. I think it helps you to enter the world of adulthood and have to start doing things on your own. I think that you can build awesome relationships through college. And I do think that there's a lot of professors out there who are really good. My biggest thing is I feel like the people who are managing colleges, the ones who are the money behind them all, or who are the deans or whatever, or the presidents of the college, these motherfuckers have been in education their whole life. They don't know anything about the real world. And they're so fucking out of tune with what's going on in the real world that they're ignorant to the fact that college is dying because it hasn't adapted in the past 20 years. We have the internet now. We have social media now. You can make money off of social media. And they want to they want to give you and teach you a course and give you a degree in social media. Here's where it gets really fucked up. How are you going to teach me about marketing and social media in a 4-year degree and send me off into the world and expect me to succeed? Social media changes like this every single day.
Well, how many updates are there on all your social media apps? There's a new one every week.
Well, and that's the thing, is they're not even teaching, they're teaching tactics to social media, but what they're not teaching is branding.
Exactly.
Branding is the same as it's always been for the past 1,000 years. It's connecting and building relationships with people. Marketing is about standing out and being different. They don't teach you any of that. I took marketing classes. None of this was talked about.
No, none of it. And let's say you do pursue social media degree or whatnot. 2 years ago, TikTok wasn't a thing, and boom, it's growing.
It is.
How popular it is today.
I think this is my take on college. I think that this is what I would suggest to anyone who's considering going to college, especially if you're coming right out of high school. This is what I tell you. First off, take a year off. Don't go directly into college. because you're going to waste that first year anyways. So you might as well just not go that first year. Don't waste your money on tuition. Go to the same parties that your friends are at your local university. Go to their house parties. Enjoy that whole college party lifestyle for a year while your buddies are sitting there dumping 20 grand into debt in their first year. You didn't waste any money. All you got to experience the college experience. You got to do the partying, and you got to work a job and just kind of be an adult and just kind of hang out and do what everyone else is doing, but you didn't fuck up a degree and you didn't drive yourself into a shit ton of debt. That's my first suggestion. My second suggestion is have some sort of an idea of what you want to do. If you want to do business, go take a sales class, take a customer service class, take a marketing class, take a financial class, take a statistics class. Figure out what it is that you're good at in business in your first semester. Just take random classes that have to do with somewhat of what you want to do. Because what you might find out is, man, I really am good at reading data. Like, I'm really good at it. I should totally be an accountant, or I should go into the financial path or the economics path because I'm really good with data. Or what you might find out is that you hate looking at numbers, and that what you're actually really good at, and you didn't realize it, is you're really good at selling. And so then you go take that sales path route. See, this is where the whole thing's all fucked up. Everyone says if you take a year off, you're never going to go. That's bullshit, because I know plenty of people who have gone after taking a year, 2 and 3 years off, and who are excelling in college because they grew up a little bit, they matured a little bit, they got that party phase out of them, and now they're in college and they're thriving. That's my take on it.
Yeah, I would just advise take the time and wait. How can you expect to decide your entire future when you're freshly graduated and 18 years old? You want to party, you want to celebrate graduating high school.
Dude,
how do you know what 4-year degree and countless thousands of dollars you want to spend?
Exactly.
You got to wait. You got to find yourself.
Bro, it's this thing that, like, people think that, like, if you don't go to college at 18, like, your whole life is over. Bro, you are, like, when you're 30, you are young. Like, 40 is not what it used to be. 40, people are barely just, like, they're just getting after it at 40. And that life is as short as it is, it's very long, and there's a lot of opportunity. And if you're willing to find what you love to do and then grind it out on that, by the time you are 40, I feel like, it's like the way I look at it for myself when I'm 40, I'm just going to be barely finding my groove. And that's when I'm really going to start fucking shit up, is when I'm in my 40s, because I got the partying out of the way in the early 20s. Now I'm starting to figure out what I want. I'm going into my mid-20s. And then I'm going to build from my mid-20s to my mid-30s. By the time I'm going into my 40s, man, I'm gonna have a handle on things.
That's my thing. Like, find what you'll find what you're passionate about. Mm-hmm. Don't look at the paycheck. Don't look at the school. Don't look at any of that. Find what you love, and you won't work a damn day in your life.
Dude, no, 100%. We don't make a goddamn dollar with Cut Up right now.
Not at all, but I love posting on social media. I love the podcast. I love fitness, everything with it.
And when do you expect you'll probably take your first paycheck from Cut Up?
Probably in like 5 years.
Yeah, I'd say 5 years minimum.
I totally expect not to make a damn dollar right now or next year. It's going to come like years down the road.
See, but that's because we have vision. We're looking forward. We're looking ahead. This is my biggest gripe right here. And I do not I understand it because I've been there, but it's so frustrating for me, man. I'm going to give you an example here with fitness, okay? I know this because I've been there, and I know what's going on in your head when you're thinking this, but I'm going to tell you right now, just stop it. There is not a 12-day cleanse. There is not a 30-day cut. There is not a 90-day shred. There is nothing you can do that is going to work around the work. And here's the even bigger problem is someone will start something, and they'll do it for 20, 30, 40 days, and then they find something else that they feel like is the quick and easy path to getting in shape, and so they stop doing what they were doing and start completely over on something new. Dude, this is why people sit and spin their wheels, because they can't just fucking commit to it. What do we have our clients count macros, right?
Correct.
Counting macros is keeping track of your calories, and inside of your calories are your proteins, your carbohydrates, and your fats. It's not an easy thing to do, but once you do it, what you're doing is you're tracking what exactly it is that you're eating every single day. You're tracking it, which means your brain is literally having to go through and think about every single thing you're eating, and then you're having to type it down. You're keeping a record of it. You're reminding yourself, this is what I'm eating. You know exactly where you're at all times. That's how you succeed. You succeed by tracking. See, but then people think, but this one person I know did keto diet instead. And you know what? They lost all this weight. Or this one person I know lost 10 pounds in 12 days on a cleanse. So I'm just going to completely give up my macro tracking that I am almost close to building a habit on, because I've been doing it for 40 days now, and I'm going to go do this instead. What the fuck?
It doesn't make... There's no magic.
Dude, I promise you, I know why you're doing it. I get it 100%, because I used to do the same shit every... You guys want to know why it took me 4 years to get to where I'm at? It's because of that. That's why I tell people, you want to lose 100 pounds? We can do it in a year and a half. It doesn't need to take you 4 years.
No, not at all.
Yes, it's still going to take a year and a half, but we're going to get you there. It's so frustrating to me, man, because I care so much and I want to help people, but sometimes you just have to let people go fuck up on their own to figure it out.
100%. We fucked it up for 3 years, 4 years.
We did. And then we finally figured it out and we stuck to it. And now I will say this, I'm so grateful for doing it the hard way, because it's carried over into so many different areas inside my life, to where now I feel like a switch kind of flicked in me a couple months ago, and it's growing stronger every day, but it's this mentality that I built that if I'm going to start something, I'm going to attack it full fucking force and give it everything I got. Because I understand that if you make a goal, you make a plan, and you stick to the plan, eventually you will win. I understand that now, and that's why I attack it at full force, because I understand time is not something we can outwork, outrun, outclimb, outlift, and nothing. But we have to do everything in our power to give it everything we got, because that's the only thing we can control is the work.
Yep.
Crazy, man.
Count your macros.
Count your fucking macros. So, with that being said, Lexi, how's your new girlfriend?
She's pretty good.
Is she?
Yeah.
What do you mean by pretty good? Like pretty good looking, pretty good personality?
Don't fuck this up, Alexa.
She does listen.
She does listen to this show.
Her and the Pops listened to it last night.
I was surprised when you said that.
I was very surprised and worried at the same time. But whatever. Whatever said is said.
No, in all seriousness, no. Good choice. I like Ashlyn.
Appreciate it. Yeah, going into this new year, I started a relationship, and I ain't gonna lie, it's scary. I was nervous because I've fucked up many relationships in the past. And mentally, for myself, I'm in a really good spot. That's taken since high school to develop. Through everything I've gone through, I've learned. But going into this thing, I still am nervous. Not gonna lie.
See, but you said something there that makes a lot of sense, though. Mentally, you've had to work on yourself, and you fucked up many times in the past, but you've learned. See, you didn't give up, though.
Exactly.
You never gave up. You kept trying. You kept taking swings. You kept stepping up to the plate and taking swings. And had you quit, you may not have met Ashlyn.
That's the thing. Like, I put the work in to find myself. In 2019, I was in a decently long relationship that ended, and then all of 2020, I dug down deep and kind of put everything else on pause but myself, trying to find what my purpose is, what I like. I had to find myself at the core. And if I didn't do that most of 2020, I don't think I would have ever been in the position to find myself in a new relationship.
Yeah. No, 100%. I think that by no means am I a relationship expert. I ain't fronting here on nothing, bro. I've had my fair share of fuck ups. I've never actually even been in a long-term relationship because I have my own issues. But what I will say is you did a lot of deep work on yourself in 2020. A year ago, I don't think you could have ever even seen yourself being a part of a podcast, let alone starting a company and running it. Like, I don't think that was in you at that time. I think you dug deep and did a lot of work on yourself, and you brought that version of yourself out, that better version of yourself.
No, 100%. Like you just said, you got to go through the fuck ups and you have to find yourself. A year ago, I would have never been on a podcast or been comfortable to talk on my Instagram story. I hated the camera. I was afraid of it. Now I don't give a fuck, really. But I had to take that time in 2020 just to work on myself. It's important.
What's really important here, though, and I'm going to keep circling back to it, man, is you kept stepping up to the plate and taking swings. See, you didn't quit. You didn't give up. You never gave up. Every day you woke up, you stepped up to the plate, and you kept taking bigger swings. You knew you were going to miss some. You knew that you were going to have fuck-ups. You knew you were going to fall on your face. And knowing all of that, you still did it. But had you not done it, you wouldn't be where you are today.
Mm-hmm. And to add on to that, like the end of my relationship in 2019, I was in a bad place. Like that fucked me up mentally and emotionally.
Oh, you mean where we went to the bars for 3 weeks straight every night?
I think it was a little bit longer than 3 weeks. But anyways, like I was binge drinking. I was missing workouts. My diet was no diet. It was whatever I wanted at the moment. I was just in a downward spiral. And after a month or so of that, of spending 3-4 nights at the bars, I had to make a decision. I was like, do I continue this and not really enjoy myself? Or do I dig down, find myself, and put the work in and create the next version of myself? And we all know where that went. You got to put the work in to find your next version. It's not going to just happen overnight.
No, 100%. You don't just grow because you, like, just because you flip the calendar or just because you travel another year around the sun and you're a year older doesn't mean you're any wiser, any smarter, or anything. Because if you keep repeating the same experiences, that's all the knowledge you're ever going to have.
Nothing changes.
Exactly. If you spend from the time you're 21 till you're 29 in the bars, your only experience of life is what the bar life is. You have no other experiences. So how do you expect to have grown or have learned anything? You might be better. You might have grown inside the bars. You know the bartenders better. You know how to pick up chicks better in the bar. You may have learned those things, but is that anything that's going to help you later on? See, this is where you have to dig deep if you want to grow. You have to make these decisions.
Really, it's one decision. Do I want to stay here, be complacent, or do I want more for myself?
I think you did. I remember when you chose it though, because I remember myself. I wasn't in a good good headspace. Like just so everyone knows and so that you understand where I'm coming from. And Alexi can speak to this. Like I definitely, in the time I've known Alexi and we've been best friends and brothers for a while now. Like I have my own issues I struggle with depression and anxiety. And worry and loneliness. Like I have all of that. I've been through many like stages in my life where I'm not in a good headspace at all. But I continue to work on it every day. And I think that when we were at the bars, that was probably my last time in my life where it was like it was rock bottom for me. Like I think we both hit rock bottom at the same time.
Yeah. I think we've, in the last 4 or 5 years of really knowing each other and being close and living with each other, I think there's been a couple different moments where we've hit rock bottom. The first one was when we were living in the dorms and we realized we're probably going to die of diabetes next week if we don't make a change. That was the first initial rock bottom. Mm-hmm. And 2 years of work, and then we were good. And then we hit another rock bottom. Like, I think there was like 2 or 3 rock bottoms we hit. But that, like you were saying, this last rock bottom was like the most defining moment.
Mm-hmm. Dude, think about it. You completely changed your lifestyle and everything that you do. After that, you picked up a book for the first time in years, because like you didn't know exactly what you were doing, but you knew enough to know I've got to try different things that are going to help me to grow. I've got to get my diet on point. I've got to start working out and doing my workouts I need to do. I'm going to start reading so I can expand my mind and my thinking. I'm going to stop with all the binge drinking. Like you consciously started making decisions. Like I didn't push you to do that. No one pushed you to do that. You did it on your own.
Exactly. No one. I saw you doing all of that. Like I knew you were a big reading person. You had countless books on your bookshelf. You never pushed me towards that. I knew in the back of my mind that was the right path I needed to get on. I had to start educating myself daily. I had to get my workouts back on point. I had to clean up the diet. I had to do things that were challenging to progress me forward. If I didn't take any of those steps together, I'd be in the same spot.
Yeah.
And that would be the bar.
Yep.
And not looking leaned out.
I will tell you this much, man. We're both in a bulk right now, but when I posted my progress pics yesterday, I was like, God damn, dude, this is like, you don't look half bad for being in a bulk.
Exactly.
I was surprised. I was like, you know what, man? You're actually doing pretty good. You got this.
The hard work is sexy.
It is sexy, man. People are attracted to hard work, but you're attracted to yourself when it's hard work, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm totally in love with myself.
Well, we already know that.
I stand in my mirror for hours just looking at myself like, damn.
I didn't mean it in that way, but of course. No. Our fitness and our diet has been on fucking point lately.
Chicken rice, motherfuckers.
Chicken and rice. That's how we do it. No, it's making that decision, man.
It's one decision. That's all.
It's a decision to better your life and making the commitment to doing the work that is required to reach that next version of yourself.
Exactly.
That's the one decision. And that's what people struggle with. But Cut Up was born out of this rock bottom situation. That's what no one understands. We came up with the idea for Cut Up. It was born in this rock bottom pit that we had put ourselves in.
It was. January and February of what was that? 2020?
2020.
Rock bottom, spending every moment at the bars and not moving forward. Then we came up with Cut Up and the shut up and work mentality.
That's exactly where it comes from, though, is we went back to those original principles we used to initially get us moving in the right direction, except we went all in on it this time. And I'll tell you what, it was like this conscious decision we both made, though. It was like we knew that we ourselves were not there yet really to even be preaching about what Cut Up is, what the shut up and work mentality is. But I'll tell you this much. When you start talking about what it is you think you believe in, and when you start having conversations about it, and when you start to identify with like the shut up and work mentality, it changes you. It changes you at your core and who you are. Cut Up and the shut up work mentality have evolved so much through 2020. We went through so much evolution personally. Both of us did. that now, like, the shut up and work mentality, all it is making that conscious decision of, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going, but I know I don't like where I'm at right now. And so I'm just going to take that step forward.
That's the thing, man. Shut up and work mentality. It's not just something on a gym shirt or something to get you motivated
No.
and hyped up. It's how we think. It's came from our heads, and that's how we live, day in and day out.
We live it deeper and deeper every day, though, I feel like.
Oh, we're progressing more and more.
Dude, what's even cooler, though, to me is not so much even us anymore, because I know that I understand the things I have to do every single day to keep that momentum moving so that I stay in this headspace I'm in. I get that. So for me, I know as long as I do that, I'll keep moving forward. Now what's cool for me is to watch people adopt the shut up and work mentality.
That's the coolest thing we've been doing, is watching the people grasp it and start to love it.
Bro, my favorite thing is when someone who is definitely out of shape, out of shape, but who resonates with that shut up and work mentality, and they buy a tee from us, and then you drop that tee off at their house, and then the next day they take a picture in the gym and tag you in it. To me, I'm like, fucking right, dude.
100%. Nothing gets me more fired up inside the gym when I'm just looking around. In between a set, I see 3-4 different people repping a cut-up shirt, and that next set is fucking wild. It just fuels me.
Dude, it's cool to watch them evolve. Like Nick, he bought a shut up and work tee from us when we first started. So that was 5.5 months ago or however long ago it was. Dude, when I saw him 30 days ago in the gym, he had completely changed his body, and he was still wearing the same shirt. It was beat to hell, tattered, and motherfuckers over there doing cardio, and he's just like, he's dropped like 30 pounds and he's looking jacked.
Yeah, dude.
That's fucking awesome.
Nick put in the work. He adopted this shut up and work mentality. Like I remember the first time we met him, this was way before Cut Up. We were in Mexico for a wedding. And then way down the road, on our first drop, he bought a Cut Up shirt. And then he went hard for his journey.
Well, dude, I didn't tell him to do that. You didn't tell him to do
No.
that. He made that decision himself.
Yeah, and he saw he wanted it, and he adopted it, and now he lives the shut up and work mentality.
Dude, I'm telling you, it is the coolest fucking thing to watch. And I look forward to seeing as this brand evolves and grows every time someone makes that decision to just shut up and work, and then they follow through on it day in, day out for a lot of fucking days. I can't wait to see how many people change their lives over, because here's the thing, we didn't magically develop this mentality. We learned this mentality from other people by listening to podcasts, reading books, doing the deep work on ourselves. All we did was give it a name, something to connect with.
Exactly. The coolest thing with Nick's, him adopting the shut up and work mentality, I saw him start day one with his fitness journey, grinding in the gym, not happy with what he has, and he's working towards results. But like, we're pretty good friends on social media, so I saw as his fitness progressed, his career took off.
Dude, I was going to say that.
He just bought a Tesla. He just moved up to Park City in a dope penthouse or apartment.
Yeah, dude.
Like, he got his mind and body right, and everything else excelled in his life. And that, I think anyone can attest to that.
See, but what'd you just say right there? He got his mind and his body right, meaning he started controlling the things that he could control, right? He controlled the food he was eating. He controlled the amount of water he was drinking. He controlled the workouts he was doing. There's not much we can fucking control, but when you can take control of those things in your life that you can control, it carries over, dude.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden the shit that you can't control doesn't matter. Because you know that every day you get up, you're doing everything you possibly can to make it a good day. That's momentum. That's called stacking wins, bro. Every day when I get up, my goal is to be a bad motherfucker. Now, does it happen every day? No. I stack my losses just like everyone else does. But I'll tell you this much. I'm at the point now where I win more days than I lose. Throughout the week, I win 5 and 6 days a week. So yeah, I still have a bad day or two.
We all have bad days, and that's the thing. You can't escape that. You lose the day, whatever. Focus on the next day. I'm going to win. Put that in the universe.
Exactly.
You know what you need to do deep down. It comes back to the work.
Dude, it's scary though. It is scary to have to know you got to look inside yourself and you got to go deep. That's a scary thought, man. That's scary. Why do you think people don't like to be alone? Why do you think people struggle with that? They struggle to be inside their own head because you got to have those honest conversations with yourself, man. If you're looking in the mirror and you don't like what you see, or if you're looking down and you can't see your dick, dude, that's a tough conversation you got to have with yourself.
It's a tough one. Probably the hardest one you'll have.
Like, you don't want to, dude, I know what that's like, man. You don't want to take pictures. You start wearing bigger clothes. Like,
bro,
it's
I,
rough.
I get it. Like, the accountability mirror doesn't lie.
No.
Even if you're lying to yourself, it tells you the truth. And it always will.
100%, dude. Like, I know what it's like to look in the mirror or not be able to really look in the mirror. You know? Like, it's scary to walk past without your shirt on when you ain't happy.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary to fucking hang out at the pool on Sunday.
But now I look forward to the mirror.
But see that, but you've built the confidence to do it.
Exactly. That's a key word you just said. You build confidence. You don't wake up one day and just have confidence.
No.
Especially when you're overweight and out of shape to start with. You don't just become confident. You have to earn that shit day after day of working for it.
It really does come through the work. It's a combination of a couple things. It's a combination of doing the things you know you need to do and keeping the promises you make to yourself, and also being willing to look yourself in the mirror and have those tough conversations. I promise you, you stare in the mirror long enough, and you're going to start having those conversations with yourself. People would think I'm fucking crazy, dude. I will seriously look at myself in the mirror and talk to myself. You might think I'm fucking crazy for that, but man, I'll tell you what, it gets real when you start having a conversation with that devil voice inside of you who wants you to stay complacent and wants you to stay exactly where you're at and not grow. Because it takes a lot of fucking courage to have that conversation and say, fuck you, I'm done with this.
It does take fucking courage. The force of average wants you there. Mm-hmm. It doesn't want you to excel and find your best version.
Bro, isn't that the coolest theory you ever heard, though, the force of average? Okay, so I'll explain it to you guys real quick. The force of average is a theory that was made up by a guy named Ryan Stewman. I think he's, hardcore closer on Instagram. Dude's a fucking beast. Been to prison. Grew up in just a shit life, man. Has every excuse to fucking have lost in life. And he fucking excels. But he came up with this theory that there's this invisible force of average that is constantly trying to attack you and get you to stay low and be quiet and fit in and just be like everyone else.
Be stagnant in your skin.
Yes. And it's not something that you can conquer and completely and it ever goes away. It takes daily work to constantly fight this force of average so you can keep moving forward. Dude, when I read his book, the G Code by Ryan Stewman, you can get it on Amazon. It'll fucking change your life. But that book did change my life, man. I've read a lot of books. Something about that book just resonated with me. I don't know what it was, but Ryan has this ability to break down these complex ideas and just make it so simple.
Yes, he's very good at simplifying things and pretty much dumbing it down for us dumb people to understand and to use. But are you saying that is the most beneficial book you've read? Like, is that your book?
See, I'm torn. I've got a few good books, man.
I have one.
What's yours?
Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins.
By David Goggins. It's a good book, man. If you think your life is rough and you've got excuses, go read that book. You ain't got no problems, man. You live a pretty damn good life.
100%. That's what I love about the book. Like, I've never came close. As I was reading, I was thinking, man, I have it good. I can't even relate to any of these stories he's telling.
No. You want to talk about racial injustice? That dude has lived it completely. In a time where people thought it wasn't as bad as it was, he lived it. Mm-hmm. And he excelled.
That's one book everyone should either read or listen to.
The one
or follow him on Instagram at least.
Stay hard, motherfuckers. Oh, dude, speaking of that, I love when Billie Jean was making those videos.
Those were great. Oh, marketing 101.
If you guys want to learn marketing, go follow Billie Jean on Instagram. Dude's an animal. A lot of people don't like him, especially right now, because he plays hard into the political landscape of what's going on, and he calls out Trump a lot. And he's pretty valid on a lot of the shit he says. But what a lot of people don't realize about him is he's so fucking smart. He doesn't give a shit either way who's president. He cares about driving his engagement. And he knows that if he says controversial shit, his engagement drives up. People start commenting.
Bro, people don't like him because he's not two-sided. He says it how he thinks it. Mm-hmm. And he always does. And that's why people get pissed off. They don't like what he says.
Yeah, well, you know what? I don't like what you say sometimes, but we're still here.
Exactly.
Dude, this is like you don't have to fucking agree with what everyone says. You can have your own opinion.
We will never all be in agreement.
Why the fuck would you want? You want to live in a vanilla-ass world where everyone says the same things, thinks the same thing? Man, we would not be where we're at today. Can you imagine if Elon Musk tried to fit in? Dude just became the richest guy in the world. Past Jeff Bezos.
Wild.
Jeff Bezos. Dude fucking runs e-commerce, dude.
Like, we all have different experiences, and we all grow up in different places. How can you expect us to all get along?
We're not going to.
And you don't need to.
No.
Move on.
See, but that's where you find your group. You find your group where you fit in, but be open to conversation and diversity.
Exactly. Comes down to we're all people. Just move along if you don't like each other. Mm-hmm. It's that simple. Don't cry over social media. Don't get all riled up. Just move on. It's that simple.
The world would be a much better place if everyone would just do that.
When I get annoyed at you, I shut my door. And you still come in, and I have to deal with it.
I know when you're annoyed at me, though. And I just push it, because why not?
That's the thing. Whenever we like to push each other.
We do.
I have to constantly fuck with you, especially when you're in a bad mood. It makes the reaction that much better.
You know how to push my buttons, and I don't realize it till halfway through me freaking the fuck out, and I'm like, he's fucking with me.
You'll go halfway through a rant where you're freaking your shit, and then you'll realize you're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Yep, and it's working. Now, shut up. Let's go to the gym. Love it.
See, but that just comes down to, like, dude, you just got to find your people. Who are your people? Who do you want to be around? Right?
Exactly. Find your people.
And you know what? If your people are the people at the bar and you've decided that's who you want to be, go for it. I'm not judging you. See, I may have talked a lot and been very aggressive on our personal experience. We'll use the bars, for example. However, that doesn't mean that I don't like you. Doesn't mean we can't still be friends. It just means I'm not going to put you in my life. Right?
Exactly. And you can go spend the weekends at the bars all you want. Go for it.
It's your life.
I'll probably join you maybe a couple weekends out of the year. But I know for myself, I don't want that, and I want more than that. So I don't go spend my time there. Don't get me wrong. I like to have a good time. But I have to earn it first.
Oh, we like to have a good time. Dude, when we had that party on New Year's this year, that was like a reminder to, I don't know, an old animal came out inside of me. Like my party animal that I used to have came out from inside of me.
Bro, I thought the New Year's before that was rowdy up in Bear Lake at the cabin where, you fell off the keg stand.
There's actually a fucking funny ass video of me falling off the keg stand.
Then we had this New Year's party, and that was wild. We're all naked, dancing on the countertops, shooting champagne everywhere. Like each year, it just gets better and better.
Bro, I had so many people responding to my story of, I have never seen something like this in my life. I'm like, That makes two of us.
We don't live your normal life. Our family is fucking crazy. Why do you think we call ourselves the shit show?
We literally have, Candace made us sweatshirts that say the shit show on them.
I mean, I don't even know how many people are in the family at this point, but
No.
it makes for fun parties.
It does make, we get fucking rowdy.
There's never a dull moment.
Dude, my favorite thing is when someone comes to Lake Powell with us for the first time and they're just like, what in the fuck is going on?
We're like, what? This is pretty normal. I thought it was kind of boring, honestly.
Yeah, we didn't take enough shots. People come, though, down to Lake Powell, shots every 5 minutes, beers. We just get so fucking rowdy from about 11 a.m., that's when everyone's woken up, till 2 o'clock in the morning for 7 days in a row. It's a fucking blur.
Yep.
See, but that's where you got to enjoy life, though, man. Like, I wouldn't give those vacations up for anything. I have given them up in the past, and I've realized, no, I don't want to give those vacations up. Yes, I have my goals, my fitness goals, my career goals, my life goals. I have all of that. But, man, if I don't get to stop every now and then and just chill with my family and get drunk as fuck and have a good time, what the fuck's the point of it all?
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, family is family.
Mm-hmm.
They're there forever, and that's who I have. I don't really have friends.
No.
I have my brothers. I have my sisters. I have Sean and Candace, like my family.
Yeah, exactly. See, but again, it's your people. See, but if you want to grow too, though, you also have to find new people. You have to surround yourself with people who are at the level you want to be at, because it'll raise you up.
It raises the bar.
It raises your energy level.
Set the tone.
Mm-hmm. Ed Mylett has a great analogy for it, the thermostat analogy.
I don't think I've heard that one.
Have you not heard that one? Okay, so Ed Mylett is, I mean, he's probably one of the greatest speakers in the world. Fucking business monster. Dude's a fucking beast. But he has this analogy that he uses where in life we all have this thermostat, right? And he's like, most people keep their thermostat at about 70, 75 degrees. And he says if you're at a 70 degrees and you want to be a 90 degreer, you need to hang out with people who are at 100 degrees. You have to change your surroundings. If you want to be at 110 degrees, you got to be with people who are at 130. If you want to be the top dog, you got to hang out with the top dogs. But it also works in reverse too, because he says how's he put it? He says you will unwillingly cool yourself back down if you get too hot. People do this. They self-sabotage themselves. They get their thermostat going. They start growing hotter and hotter. They start kicking ass in their fitness. They start kicking ass in their relationships, at their job, life. And all of a sudden, it's like they're creating this new identity, but they don't resonate with that person because they don't know who that person is, because they're growing into that person. And so what they do is subconsciously they cool themselves back down to where they're comfortable. He says, though, it works in reverse to where this is why when you have those super low moments in your life, you don't resonate with who that person is that you've become. So when you're down at 30 degrees, you don't resonate with that person. So subconsciously, you'll heat yourself back up, right? You'll go hang out with your friend who makes you laugh. You'll go hang out with your friend who goes to the gym, and you'll get yourself back up to where you're comfortable. That's where his analogy works, though, is it's about the people you surround yourself with, because it'll raise your temperature. I don't know. He has a YouTube video on it. You can go search it up on the old tube. That's YouTube, not Pornhub.
I was a little confused. I'm subscribed to both.
I know you. How about that time? We were at the local bar here like 2 or 3 weekends ago. The Green Pig, dope little spot. It was my first time being there, but that guy who was doing trivia, one of the
adult trivia.
So we're getting all fuckered up, having a good time, taking shots, you know. And dude, with one of the trivia questions was, true or false, Pornhub just deleted 80% of their videos. And I'm like, there's no fucking way Pornhub deleted 80% of their videos. And we all were in agreement. No, they didn't delete them. Apparently that Pornhub has deleted 80% of their videos.
Obviously, we're not on the hub too often.
I just don't make it around there very often.
I mean, I don't need to anymore. I got a girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Dangerous Waters, Alexi.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh, that is, just so you guys know, the little smirky laugh you keep hearing, that's Lil B, our producer. B-Man. Say what up to the audience.
What up?
B-Man is our media guy. He helps us with all of our media for Cut Up. So you wonder why our Instagram feeds on our personals and Cut Up look so fresh? B-Man does good work. It's also why our designs are a lot better.
Yeah,
Our designs were garbage at first. It's because you and I were designing them.
exactly.
B-Man's got that talent.
He's got that touch.
Yeah,
He just finesses everything.
Finesses it, makes it look better. Makes us look good.
Exactly. I don't actually look that good in pictures, but edits do magic.
I don't know. You guys are mad cute, so.
B-Man's also a little bit gay.
Okay, a little farther. A little far.
We all have a little bit of gay enoughs.
Just a little bit.
Just gotta show it.
The people who have a little bit more gay are the ones that are the most homophobic. Bro, that is my biggest pet peeve when I meet someone who is just a total homophobe. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't affect you.
It
if
doesn't
someone
affect you. Why do you
is
care?
Or not. Like, you live your life, and they will live their life how they want. Like,
Bro,
it's
you
simple.
want to be fucking gay? Be gay. As long as you're not coming on to me and you respect my boundaries and I respect yours, we can be friends. I don't care. If you're a cool person, I'll hang out with you. It doesn't bother
Like,
me.
We have many gay friends, and I grew up, like, two of my best friends, their moms were lesbian, and I loved going over there.
Right?
Like, it doesn't matter just because we live differently.
See,
You find your people.
Exactly. See, that goes back to that same thing, though. Find your people. But, like,
Find
even
your-
if you don't agree with it, though, why do you got to voice your opinion? It doesn't affect you. Like, if it doesn't affect you, like, I could see if, like, it was affecting you. Sure, absolutely. You need to stand up for yourself and what you believe in. But just because he's gay or she's lesbian, what the fuck do you care?
It doesn't really affect you at
No.
the end of the day. It's pretty simple. Find your people and don't be a dick.
Yeah, dude. Be a good person. Do the right thing. Do a good job. Work hard. It's not that fucking hard. And
Exactly.
put your fucking cart back.
And your dumbbells.
And your
Rack
dumbbell.
your fucking weights.
Dude, oh my God, don't even get me started. That the other day when we were at the gym, dude, I swear to God, we were at the fucking landfill.
Bro,
I was picking
know.
up, it's my biggest pet peeve, bro, when I walk up to a bench. When I walk up to a bench and there's fucking towels and dumbbells still sitting there and no one's there. You didn't wipe it down, or maybe you did and you just threw the fucking towel on the ground. What do you want, a gold star because you wiped it down and then littered, you piece of fucking garbage?
Like, do those people treat the gym like they treat their house? Do you just fucking throw things everywhere?
Fuck, dude, I don't want to go over to their house if that's how they fucking treat the gym. Honestly, you're a fucking slob.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It makes no sense to me.
People who litter out of their cars, people who just, dude, who just walk past trash. Like, this is my thing. If you walk past a piece of trash and there's a fucking trash can 10 feet away, does it hurt you at all to pick it up and throw it away? Like, think about it. Is it going to inconvenience your life that much that you can't pick it up and throw it away? Really?
It don't make sense to me.
Pick it up and fucking throw it away. It's not that hard. It's called being a good human. All you fucking green motherfuckers who think that, never mind, but you fucking hipster motherfuckers who hate people who drive gasoline cars and yet you won't pick up the trash and yet you still litter. So who's the real dick here? I'm all for making the world a better place, and I do my part every day by picking up trash.
Yep. Simple.
Bro, you want good shit to happen to you in life? Do good things.
The universe gives you what you put out there.
Or you can continue to be a dickhead and lift in front of the rack and not rack your weights and not throw your trash away and fucking spill your drink and just leave it.
Okay, nothing's worse than you can leave your racks or your weights unracked. Okay, you're a dickhead.
Fuck you.
But if you grab the dumbbells and set them at the wrong place,
Oh my God.
like you're that lazy, you halfway made it to the rack, so you just fucking plopped them down.
I'm gonna
wherever
put
you
these
wanted.
35s where the 55s go.
That
Someone
I would-
else will fucking that's the
I would rather
mentality.
have you leave it at the bench, and I will put them away.
Than me
then-
try and go re-rack them and you're in my spot.
Well, yeah, because you try and put your weights back, and you're like, "What the fuck? This is the wrong number, and something's in my spot."
That's the
Then
problem.
you make
though,
a
dude.
bigger mess, trying to reorganize, lose the pump, and then you just get pissed off.
Dude, people legitimately think someone else will fix it. Someone else will pick it up. People don't take accountability. If you can't take accountability to put your own weights back where they go, to put the shopping cart back in the corral, or to pick up a piece of trash, you sure as hell ain't got the fucking willpower to take accountability for your own life and your own actions. It's the most fucking annoying thing to me. Be a good fucking human.
Right?
You would be fucking pissed, fucking livid, if someone fucking threw a Slurpee out their car window and it landed on your driveway. You would lose your fucking mind. Every single one of you would. Yet there's still people who do that to other people. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Not at all.
None. Bastards.
Bastards, bro.
What's our time be, man?
55 minutes.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a little bit of a long one. I guess we better wrap it up here. Alrighty. Well, that's the show for you guys. Thanks for listening. Hopefully, learned a little bit about us, or maybe we gave you an idea that sparked some ideas in your head, and hopefully there was a little bit of entertainment in there for you. We try and keep it fresh and real at all times on here. All that we ask, guys, is that you share the show. We take a lot of time out of our day to come and do this. We do it because we want to, though, because we feel like we try our best to bring value to your lives. So if if we didn't bring you any value, you don't need to share it. No worries. But if you enjoyed it and you liked it, tell some other people about it. Share it on your social media. Give us a little bit of love here. This is all we're asking for. Other than that, guys, we'll see you next week.
We're keeping haters in the rear. At the blood, sweat, and tears, and my goal so near. I see my victory so clear.